Hi everyone, it's Mary with SayreSeer Tarot. Thanks for stopping by. This is a reading about your ex, okay? So this is pile 1, 2, and 3. Simple, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1. Okay, I'm just going to let it flow and see what we get, okay? So I have the Magician reversed. I have the Palace of Cups reversed. I have the Three of Coins. And then I have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Tower reversed. This is your advice over here, okay? I have keep the vigil, justice will triumph, and I'm going to keep this reversed. These I don't usually... No, they told me to flip it. Okay, and then I have the blue-footed booby, okay? Okay, so, sorry, I'm just getting the messages as I'm straightening stuff out. So, this is about your ex, right? This is, the stack 1. So, the Magician. So, there is trickery here, okay? This is, Mercury. Mercury is a magician, so it could be, Gemini or Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. Reverse, this is trickery, a self-serving behavior. This is a person that creates an illusion so they can get whatever they want at any cost. They'll run over you. Okay. Sorry to say, that's just what's coming out here. The second card is Palace of Cups. So, upright, this is a complete, like happiness and emotional happiness, okay? Reverse, there's no room for this at all here. Nothing. No room. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at current energies. If a backstory wants to come, it will. But mostly it's just about what's going on with your ex, okay? Then the next card is, this is Mars and Capricorn. So this is the Three of Coins. And this is doing the hard work, working with others. This is apprenticeship. So that's not too bad here. So we have the trickery, not a place of love, because the palace is like an actual place. So if you're talking about their vessel, okay, their emotional body, there's no love there. I mean, they have no love for themselves. And I'm sorry to say that, but they're starting to understand and work with this energy, work with their own energy and energy of others. There is a beginning step, and the fact that this is upright is good. It's an apprenticeship. And it could be that their soul is in an apprenticeship phase, in this lifetime. Maybe they haven't learned what they're supposed to learn, so they'll keep going back to the apprenticeship, keep going back until they fix what needs to be fixed or what needs to be learned. Okay, pass that test, so to speak, of this part of the journey, okay? Okay, so in the meantime, they will have what they think is bad luck. They will be redirected. And Fortune's wheel they'll keep getting blocked, like financially in different ways, to try to get them back to learn the lesson, because the towers keep falling. But what's happening is then they may be trying to avoid catastrophe, and they do that by not being honest. They do that by that self-serving behavior. It's basically being run by fear, not love. Okay? And so the lesson of this person appears to be like opening their heart. The fact that the Palace of Cups is totally reversed. They jump through all these hoops so they don't have to feel anything. So keep the vigil, justice will triumph. Well, this is, there's a cup here, and he's a Templar. So he must have faith in what he's doing. And so eventually they're saying here that the faith will come and they will have justice in their life, but it has to come from them. They have to realize that they are lovable and that they are loved by the divine before they can attempt to have love or be. They can attempt it all they want, but it has to be here first for them to have balance. It has to come from within, not on the outside. That's some of the things. You can't manipulate people enough to give you what you can't give yourself. It's pretty simple. Okay, so the blue-footed booty, blue-footed booty. Sorry, I'm going to say it over. Is about humor, okay? So, all right. So this X, I'm sure this was painful with the trickery and stuff, but I don't know. The humor will help them get through it. Maybe they have a good sense of humor, and maybe they like to dance. They like to. So that this bird actually dances for the females, and it's really funny. Let me get the keywords out of that one. Turn right to it. Crazy. He comes to you when you need it the most. It is time to kick up your heels and do a little dance and find the humor in your current situation. So they're going to be like approached to find humor in what they've been going through. Like I don't know why. It's like that old commercial, oh, I should have had a V8. Like, oh, I should have been paying attention. Oh, I should have, but they're going to, when they get to the point where they can see what's really been going on, they're going to take it quite well, actually, because everything's going to click and they're going to know that that's the answer. Okay. So that's good news. They must have a good sense of humor, although all this other stuff's going on. So thank you. And I don't know how much hope there is, but they must have hope for themselves and their life first, So, hi, this is the second stack here we're going to talk about. So first I'm going to flip these cards over. This is about your ex. Okay, there's really no time period. We'll play it by ear. It's all, my intent is to have this at the current energies. If there's a history that needs to be discussed, I'm asking the cards to bring it forward. Okay. So bat is beneficial. Then I have sacred journey, that pilgrimage. Okay. So I have the 9 of Wands here. Okay, I have the Tree of Life. I have the World reversed. 9 of Wands reversed, the World reversed. Knight of Cups reversed, and the Moon. Okay. So the 9 of Wands reversed is about no longer being able to defend what we've been defending. So I have the Moon in Sagittarius here. Okay. So it's fire, I don't know if I can defend this anymore. I don't know if I can fight this anymore, whatever it is. So say if you were a soldier and the battle's been long and hard, and one day you just go, I'm done fighting. I'm going to put down that wand and I'm going to turn around and, I don't know, maybe just too tired. Maybe just doesn't believe in the cause anymore. So then I have the Tree of Life. Now the Tree of Life is about learning lessons. And so the Tree of Life represents the lessons that we learn that make us stronger. And every time we may start as kind of weak as a child, and then we learn and we become more resilient through the more lessons we can conquer. But right now, somebody's feeling like they can't go through this anymore, that they can't defend it or be, like I said, if it's something in particular, that they can no longer defend it. And the Tree of Life is reversed here. So for me as a reader, this is saying, I don't think this is going to help my overall coming of age or my journey in my life. They're not sure that this is worth defending anymore. Maybe the lesson should have already been learned. Maybe it has been learned. So that's why it's time to step down. This has made me, this fighting or this particular stance has, I've learned all I can from it, and it's time to move forward, because otherwise it's just, there's just no point. So then I have the World reversed. And so the World is Saturn energy, okay? So when it's reversed, it's not learning the lessons, maybe there's more wisdom to be drawn from whatever has this experience, this not giving up. So somebody here is feeling like they just want to give up, but the World is saying you really can't, that this is something that is part of what you're supposed to do. Even if you don't know how you're going to do it, Even if you don't, so this is your ex, right? Even if they don't know how they're going to do it, they're supposed to overcome this. This is part of their life's plan in a way, and will make them stronger, more resilient for the next part of their life. Okay, it's important. Again, and I kind of feel like there's not really a choice here. It has to be conquered. It's just part of what their sacred pilgrimage, what they sign up for in a way. So I have the messenger of water. So this is like Knight of Cups. This is so maybe this person wasn't very good with commitments. Maybe they gave their cup to many people. Maybe they meant it at the time. But there's this moon. There's something underneath the surface, that something in the shadows. That maybe that's why they gave up. There's something about their self-worth. Maybe they doubted whether they could conquer the obstacles before them, and whether they had gone through the lessons very well. But there's a lot of doubt here, a lot of second guessing, a lot of feeling like I'm not good enough, like they weren't good enough. I don't know if it was for you or for anyone. This is not showing me you. Either of these readings aren't showing me you. And there's a point about that. That sometimes our exes, looking at too many of our exes' readings, it isn't about us anymore. We're not with them. And I think that's why this was important, because I don't put labels up or do readings to try to get an angle or try to get views. I just want you to have real information. And I'm not saying any of this other information isn't real. I'm not saying that. It's whatever you think it is. So the next card, Sacred Journey, this is part of a pilgrimage. This is actually trying to restructure your DNA, and it could be your family's lineage. That's why this is Tree of Life. This lesson must be learned. And they will continue to go through this until it's learned. It's part of what they came here to do. Okay. So the bat is beneficial. So I think this is interesting here, because the bat, they're not very pretty creatures. They kind of have a cute face in a way, but, I wouldn't want one. They're kind of, I don't know, kind of nasty to me. And it's just they're dark. And if you've seen where they live, it's dark and there's, like crap all around. But nobody cleans up after the bats, right? So, I guess it'd be that way for us if we didn't clean up. I'm giving I'll stop, okay? Anyway, I just, they're kind of icky to me. So, the bat is often misunderstood and feared. See what I mean? Okay. Don't be afraid of your present situation. The bat will help you see that there are many benefits waiting for you. Go and find them. And so that's it. Where this person is right now is where they're supposed to be, because they're supposed to find the answer to being good enough, that they are good enough. And that whatever's happened in the dark here is not as big of a deal as they think it is. And they don't have to be in the dark. They don't have to do things in the dark. And that, well, there's something about them needing to connect to their the spirit, connecting to their higher self, because she has part of the sacred journey is being able to connect and understanding that where you're at in your journey is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be having this doubt right now so they can get enough inspiration to move forward. And that's what the lessons, hitting the wall over and over and being in pain over and over does. So they completely have the ability. Everybody has the ability, but they have the ability to be loyal, but they don't understand their worth, So, and that's just a snapshot of where they're at. So thank you. And we'll move on to the third stack of cards. Hi, this is the third stack of cards here. Let's go ahead and get started. This is about your ex. I have the Queen of Swords. I have the Lovers reversed. I have the Hermit reversed. I have the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords. I have 10 of Water. 10 of Cups. I have, this one's always read upright. I have shifts, happen, stabilize your energy fields. This is divine intervention. I have Jack in the Pulpit, conditionality. Okay. All right, so this is really interesting. I have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is air energy. She is Libra, by the way. See that Libra right here? She is she's Libra and Scorpio. Libra and Scorpio, yeah. Like 2/3 Libra and 1/3 Scorpio. Okay. So she's somebody that's been through a lot. Okay, so this is about your ex. So this person has been through a lot. And this person is starting to see the truth when they made how decisions have been made in love. This is Gemini here. So we have 2 air. We have 3 air right here. So it could be air sign, but just a lot of that is processing information and trying to become emotionally balanced. It's like setting your emotions aside for a minute while you look at the details, okay? So Lovers reversed is about decisions that it could be like third parties and bad decisions made in love. It could be choosing your heart over head or head over heart. And, it depends on the situation, what is the best way to go. So there's a contemplation that maybe they didn't make the best decision. Okay. But they're seeing the truth. The Queen of Swords is somebody that's been through a lot. She's an ex. She's very powerful. So she has, whether it's male or female, could be any sign though, but they see the dark side of people and how they need to protect their energy, but they also see their own mistakes and they've come to terms with that. There's I also have the Hermit card here. Now this is a Virgo card. It's reversed though, so it could be this person is ready to get back out there and just get back out there. Maybe they've been trying to heal for a while, but also this could also be a resistance to understand themselves, learn to be comfortable in their own skin. So if they're still in this stage, they may be resisting the additional understanding of why all this happened and how it is really being comfortable in your own skin, being able to be here and say, oh, well, I'm okay then. They may be rejecting that part of themselves. Okay. The part to go within and find your way yourself. Stop looking outside of yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. So because the reason why I said that, especially now, is because we have this 9 of Swords. So this means that they may be staying up all night, worried about stuff, worried about the situations. And it's like these birds that are circling her. These to me are the thoughts that spin in our head and they keep us awake. And if we take one bird at a time, one thought at a time, deal with it, work through it, then that's one less one that'll be spinning in our head. So this is a need to process the information and the pain. The pain that comes when you think about it. Because whatever you resist persists, And so that's how we're going to get to this place of emotional happiness, emotional abundance. This person is doing a lot of work. They've got some turmoil stuff going, but it's good. This is good stuff here. This person's doing some major work. This is nice. 10 of Water says, I'm going to fulfill my own cup. I'm going to find my own happiness here. That's important because that's stabilizing their energy field. Like they're stabilizing their emotions, their intellectual side by dealing with what really happened, by looking at the truth, coming to terms with their part, everybody's part, and being honest. And this Queen of Swords is also not afraid to cut out whatever she needs to. She's not afraid. So it is a major, major work in the process. It's really good stuff. So I hope that makes you happy to see that they are doing the work, even though they're your ex, So maybe they learned something here. So now, this card here is divine intervention. Whatever happened between you probably had to happen for the change. So I'm hearing, I don't know, that you're having the same kind of realization, that you do still feel connected to this person, and that maybe you're stabilizing your energy too. All energy fields, this Tauric energy, so that's why Tauruses are really stable, and because their energy is so stable, the way it swirls, there's this Tauric energy is a type of energy, okay? Stable, grounded. And so you're being asked to stabilize your thoughts, your emotions. I mean, they are, sorry. And in turn, but you might be also, like we said, mirroring each other. So Jack in the Pulpit, this is interesting. This is a flower that it's conditionality. So this talks about how things outside of us actually shape who we are. Okay, so you could think of that as like social situations, but not only that, is environmental situations for the Jack in the Pulpit. It can be this plant pollinates itself. It like turns from female to male, but it actually, well, it pollinates itself by using the insects and stuff around it. It really is a opportunistic plant. And no matter what happens, to use it to its advantage. It's adaptable also. Back and forth, kind of like something that blows in the wind almost. So there's something here about cycles, okay? And also the Ten of Water, so that happy family, happy situation, happy home, happy life. When you're happy inside, you create happiness all around you. The Jack in the Pulpit's almost saying, like, find your happiness in wherever you are. So that's what they're learning how to do. Find happiness wherever they are. Understanding that even working through all these thoughts is a happy place, because they're going to relieve all these thoughts. Eventually, they'll be able to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Like, God, look at what I've come through. So that's a happy place. It's like appreciation for all the crap that happened, because you're in a good place now. It helped it helped them make that shift. So, and you looking at this may help you make some shifts that you need. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. Take care.